My lovely creatures, you all are welcome back to our channel. How are you all doing? I hope you are keeping safe and you're keeping warm. If you are new here, my humble self is RosesGlam, and on today's video I'm going to show you all how I slayed this eyeshadow look. So if you want to see how this is done, stay put, don't go away. But before we go into that, if you've not subscribed to our channel, why don't you please consider hitting on that subscription button right down there, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to notify you whenever I upload a new video. So without so much talk, let's just hop into it. All right, lovelies, first thing first, I go ahead to do my eyebrow. My eyebrow comes first. I'm not going to do a full video of the how I get my eyebrow done because I've done those videos already. If you want to see that, the link is up there. Just take a look at it. I'm sure you're going to learn one or two things there. So what I did here was to use RosesGlam eyebrow gel to first of all give my eyebrow that lamination effect. When you look at it, it will be so flat, so like a 3D or HD eyebrow. So after then, I go ahead using this eyebrow pencil from Davis number 18. You can use eyebrow gel depending on whatever you want to use. Here this is best for me, so I use it to fill it up, and when I'm done with that, I move on to Lovelies base color number 2. That was what I used underneath, and after then I move on to color number 3 above my eyebrow gel. I use this to define my eyebrow, making sure that is on point because that is what works for me. My eyebrow, if my eyebrow is not set, any other thing cannot take place. So when I'm done with that, I go ahead to blend it out, and like I said earlier on, I'm using number 3 to the upper side because the colors are not too that bright. So when I'm done with that, as you all can see, the eyebrow is set. We are good to go. I love my eyebrows, it's my number one priority. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelid using this product. Put on it, put a lid on it. I have bought this, is more than a year I got it. That's this primer, eyelid primer, is amazing. So I'm going to leave everything at the description box in case you want to get it. All right, so when I'm done with that, I go ahead to use the same concealer number 3 to apply on the eyelid after the primer, and using powder. If you watch the brush, the beauty blend I'm using, it has a dry powder. This is my first time of trying this. After applying it, I go ahead to use a loose powder to kind of press it down, making sure that it's a bit dry before I go ahead to apply my eyeshadow. And the eyeshadow I'm using today, I use kind of 3 eye palette today. The first one I'm going to use is from Jaclyn Hill, and the first shade I use as my base is Secure. So I'm using this to first of all go ahead, like I said, is my base, to go ahead the crease corner, making sure that I got the shade I want before I go ahead. And when you apply this, make sure you blend it so well before you go ahead to add any other color. So I made sure that I blend it. If you watch, is a little bit above the crease corner because of the kind of shade I want. So afterwards, I move on to the shade called Pearl. Use it below the first shade that I put. If you watch, I'm putting it at the crease corner below the shade. If you can see, the first shade I put was a bit above the crease corner. So what I did was to blend it in, and at the same time take it out because I want a bit of kind of angle-ish eyeshadow. Okay, so I take it, and when I'm done with that, I go ahead to use the concealer that I used before from Lovelies number 3. Use it to go below the crease corner at the outer corner of the eye because I'm going to add another color. So what I did here, the palette I'm using doesn't have name. The name is coming yet. I'm just trying something to see how the quality, the pigmentation it is. So I'm not going to say, but I'm just showing you the color. Okay, I use that green shade at that corner, but when I use it, it's not the kind of green that I want. I want something deeper. Okay, so as you can see, the green is well light enough, which is not what I wanted. So what I did next was to go back to Pearl to see if I can dim the green, but at the same time it's either it's too dark or it's too bright, so I have to look for another palette in order to get the green I want. So in order to get exactly what I want, and thereafter I'm going to work on it, I go ahead to apply lighter shade number one of P. Louise Beige concealer at the tear dots to inside, because I want the color to be more pronounced, instead of dull or something, because if you apply it on a darker concealer, it's not going to give you the sharpness that you want. So that was what I did there, and I go ahead the same time. This color or this shade of eyeshadow I'm using doesn't have name because it's in a new palette which I'm working on. Like I said earlier on, just expect it very soon. I am working on a palette. I just want to make sure that whatever I'm offering to the market, I'm giving to you, is going to be a quality one, high pigmented palette and so forth. So after then, you can see that I'm done with that. I move on to another palette called Ace Beauté. It's a French name, so I don't know if I pronounce it rightly or not. So I move on to that palette, and the color I'm using at the outer corner, that green, is called Pacific. So that was what I used, feeling that is dark enough, to give me the kind of green that I want. Okay, so after then, that was what I still use under my waterline after using the Pacific shade. I go ahead to use the shade called Sea Grass, and then thereafter use the one I use at the outer corner below that. So that was how I achieved my eye color, the eyeshadow color, don't mind me. So at the tear dot after the waterline, I use this Guilt Trip from Jacqueline Hill palette. Use it at the tear dot, and when I'm done with that, I move on to my liner, and the line I'm using is from Isadora, right? Isadora glossy eyeliner. That was a 40 Coron Black. Okay, that was what I use as my liner, and when I'm done with this, I'm going to use RosesGlam 2-in-1 eyeliner. Either use it as a eyeliner or glue. So I'm using it as a glue. I don't want to use it as eyeliner today. I use it as a glue for my lashes, and the lashes I'm using also is from RosesGlam. This one is called Goddess. Okay, that was what I use, and afterwards, yeah, I go ahead to finish up the whole of the eye. So
gave you all of me, had me so deceived. You chose to leave my life, so I'm on my own. And
this is how I achieved the eye color look, and now that I'm done, I go ahead to clean up the face in order to prep the face for the foundation and every other thing I'm going to apply on the face. So by prepping my face, I use Herbalife moisturizing cream, face cream. Afterwards, I go ahead to use this baby skin instant pore eraser from Maybelline New York. This is so good because I have a lot of pores, and acne, so it helps to close the pores so that when you're applying your foundation and powder, it will be, the pores will minimize. So that was what I use, and when I'm done with this, the face is already prepped. The foundation I'm using today is Laura Mercier. This foundation, it's so amazing. Laura Mercier, they call Candle Glow soft luminous foundation. Don't mind my pronunciation. So that was what I use, and yeah, I first of all go over the whole face, making sure that I achieve the coverage. So afterwards, I use a beauty blender to make sure everything is pressed down together or blended together. And as you can see, the foundation unfortunately is not giving me the coverage I want. So I go ahead to use my concealer for brown skin to conceal the pimple. Like I said earlier on, I have a lot of pigmentation coming from pimples and stuff like that, so I use it to cover it and go ahead to blend it. Use a bit of the foundation again to go over it, and when this is done, I go over to LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade of Natural. That was what I use as my concealer under the eye, as we all know how to, know the drill, where I'm going to highlight. I just touch them before I go ahead to blend them. And on this makeup, the concealer that I'm using today, I mean the contour that I'm using today is from, what is it called, from Sosu, right? Sosu. Sosu. That was the concealer, that was the contour that I used today to contour. I put everything together before I go ahead to blend everything off.
I know you still, you're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth.
Yeah, some people in the house, whenever I'm doing makeup, they never give me chance. They want to always show themselves on the camera. Yeah, as you can see, one of them. So afterwards, what I did was to go over to Sasha Buttercup setting powder. Use the powder to set up my face. Before I go ahead, after setting the face, I just leave it there before I go ahead to put my lipstick. So the lipstick I'm using today is from RosesGlam, our nude collection, and the one I'm using is called Brown. So guys, I am begging you, ladies in the house, kings and queens, please do visit my website. I'm going to leave it at the description box. Just click on it, check out my product, place your order. We will deliver it at your doorstep. We have our nude matte collection. We have every other color of matte lipstick. We have our lip gloss, lashes accessories, and hair is coming up, going on website, though is available, but it has not been registered on the website yet. And every other thing, just check our website. I'm sure you're going to like our products. And this nude lipstick, they last for a long time, 24 hours. Wear it in the morning, you'll be begging to take it off. Okay, so that was what I used on my lip. As you can see, I go ahead, after that I go ahead to blend off the whole of the powder. Yes, this is how we achieved our look for today. Go ahead to put the cheek powder to give it a bit of color, and the glitter, the highlights. Yeah, that is it.
Think I have been had in a long time. True love crime, I hope you know that it may hurt for a while. Let's slow down, slow down. I can see behind that broken smile. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, sweet, smooth, like cocoa bread, cocoa bread. You're nice, like cocoa, you're nice, like cocoa bread.
So lovelies, what do you all think about this eye look? If you like it, if you love it, do give it a thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed to our channel, why don't you consider hitting on that subscription button right down there? Please subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell to notify you whenever I upload a new video. Thank you for my returning subscribers, and thank you for my newbies. I do appreciate you all. Thank you. And you know what? I will catch you up again in our next video. But don't forget, RosesGlam loves you all. I love you guys. Bye bye for now. Bye.